Hello and welcome back to Avowed. We are about to go and find Sappadal, but before we do, I want to say that I'm very happy I made the decision not to try and push to the end when I first was going to make that decision. When we were confronting Kostya, I was like, oh yeah, I might push to the end here. I might see whether we can get to the garden and finish it. The garden has been absolutely massive as an area. I mean, it's all been main quest, but it's been massive. I think I prefer the garden to the rest of the game in terms of how it's laid out. I think that having a nice, structured, like a structured, open, linear path is actually better for this game than having an open world. Because I think that it being lots of nooks and crannies that you could see all the way along this dungeon, I think this is where the game shines. I don't think the open world is really where it shines, but this kind of thing is very cool. Anyway, it's time for us to push forward. Magfolk Orison 9. Oh, 4. Sorry, this is 4. I was assuming it was 9 because that was the next one, but this is the missing one. I hate this lost fallen form. I hate its feet. I hate its hands. I hate its calves. I hate its thighs. I hate its empty loins. I hate its solid belly. I hate its metal chest. I hate its clumsy arms. I hate its upturned begging face. I do not want to be this kind of thing I am. Life is a prayer. I resent the will of God function in our design is to withdraw from God. I penalize myself with blows to the belly and the soles of my feet. I is the word for this emanation of God function. We is the word for all the emanations of God function assigned to this task, but the task is done. There is no more prayback. What do we do now? What do I do now? If I cannot do, what can I even be? And that's what caused the Magfolk to go crazy, basically. They lost connection to their gods. Then they had to start thinking of themselves as individuals, basically. Couple of those destroyed. And that pot. Down here. Another plant. These are interesting. What are they? Skulls in each of them. I'm going to destroy these as well as I move through here. Just for the regen. You know what I should do for regen? Oh, we're almost out. Wow. We are now out of essence regen in its entirety. And some of that as well. Alright, well. Time for us to move forward.
Where your god friend sleeps? I assume we'll have to break this barrier somehow. Let's look around.
You just leveled up. New ability for wizard. We want bounce to hit 2 enemies. Yeah.
Around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Alright. So not a fighting section. A puzzle section. Although puzzles, you know, in this game have not been particularly difficult. Especially as this one has an arrow pointing you where to go. So that's a way to go there. Let's destroy these. And that as well. Is there anything I can do out here? No, I need to get up there to do anything. Alright. Ooh, this is an interesting area. That's also a poison swamp, I think. Right, let's head up this way and see if there's... Ah. Anything along here.
Seen, unheard.
Ice. Fire. And lightning. Nice. Drop on him. Ow. We're slowed. Ow. Heal. Almost dead. Hit the wizard. Wizard dead. Ow. That hurt a lot.
We make a good squad.
Like an extreme amount of hurt. Alright. There is still something that we haven't seen up until this point that I'm expecting to see in this dungeon. I expect that at some point we will find a shop. And it sounds ridiculous, but it keeps giving us money. So at some point there's got to be a shop around here. Right? Like, it just gave us another 650 money there. So either there's a shop here, or there's a section of the game after here. See where these might shoot from. Ah, there we go. Alright. Then over here. Is this where we came in? That's where we came in. So that's the wrong direction. Alright. That's fine. Let's see what's in the other direction. Ah. Could drop down here. See whether I can spot it from this side. Not there. Can I climb here? Yes. Could jump onto that, but I get the feeling I'm just going to get knocked off. Right, let's keep pushing forward for now. Oh, that is something. Yeah. Quick save. And it's a pristine one. Oh no. Ice. Fire. We killed it because we made it go too high, I think. Oh no, it gave us XP, but we didn't kill it. Alright. Hit it. And again. And again. Lightning. Bounce it. Hold it still. Hold it still. Ice. Right, got the taunt in. Shoot it. Essence regen. Hit it. Whew. Right. Severed Magfolk arm. Quest item. Ah. Okay, you must have to do something with it to one of the mechanisms. Alright. We're going to keep going this way for now, but I do want to check back in a second to see if there's another route we can take. Yeah, and that takes me out here. Okay. So, this means that this is nothing to do with that poison area down below. So, let's go and have a look at that poison area and see if there's something else we can do with it. Also, there we go. Equip that. Okay, quick save. I'm jumping there. Oh, that's horrible. Rock. Ow. Ow. Still don't know where the thing is there. That's going to be a pain to get back out of, but okay. Yeah. Get this. Whole bunch of stuff there for crafting. We may have to craft up that other armor that we've got, that we found here. Because it may be our only way of... yeah, maybe our only way of actually having any essence in the final areas. We'll see. And this takes us into here. Okay, so that was everything. And then that causes us damage. Okay, I should probably eat a bunch of these as well. Give us a lot more health regen. At least destroying these gets us essence regen. That's kind of cool. Right, quick save. Keep pushing our way through here. And destroy those. Destroy those. Then I guess put the arm in here.
I wasn't sure what you were going to use that for. I never knew I wanted to see something so badly.
Did you see the Zorups and the spiders and things? What's going on with that? Oh, they're being attacked now. Alright, I see. So the Dream Thrall things are attacking it. That's cool. And hit him.
Watch yourself. Look left.
Hit it. Ow. Cure ourselves. One of those. One of those. Hit these guys. Trying to kill the ranger and the priest. Oh, it's still live back there. Oh. Missed that. Shoot it. There we go.
Come and get me. Let's see what you got.
There we go. That's better. Bounce. Alright. Not ideal, but anyway. We could have, I guess, waited for these guys to just fight each other, but that seems slow. Right. Into the inner complex.
Gates down. Here we go.
The rest of the Dream Thrall things.
We gotta live to tell this tale.
That's a lot of them in here. Stay at the edge of this fight this time. These are pristine. Ah. See if there's another option to the fight around here somewhere. Don't really want them attacking us, so I'm just gonna wait for them to die, I guess. They're not taking much damage though. Hit them. Shoot from all the way back here. I thought it was about to do that attack. Oh no, it's doing. Okay. Yeah, that's the one I thought it was about to do.
That's more like
There we go. Hit it. Marius is currently being attacked by the other one. I'm just thinking about my options. I think I might do Scion of the Immortal Land in order to increase our damage. And then ice. One of those. One of those. Run. Okay. This.
back on my feet.
Brought Kai back.
Give me a target. Need a minute.
That's your target. I don't like fighting these guys because they jump around.
Try that again.
Ow. Ow. Ah, that's the reason I don't like them. Because they jump around and then you don't know where your instant kill attack is going to hit from. I don't think the skeletons were doing anything to them, by the way. I saw the damage. I was like, I don't know. Maybe we could get in there and sneak and do a stab, but I don't think that's the way to do it. Okay, this is fine. I thought we were like another step behind, but we're not. We're fine.
We gotta live to tell this tale.
Okay. Yeah, we need the things. I think we need the legs in order to do the rest of this, or whatever we need from these guys.
And Roth! How'd you do that? Come and get it.
There we go. Bounce. Alright. Shoot it. Hold them still. Ice. Pull of Eora. That was pretty good. Okay, jump. That's fine. Keep some, like, CC'd in a way. Fire. Kai's down because he got hit by the instant kill move. Right, one of those. Marius is down because he got hit by the instant kill move. They're both back temporarily. Hit it. It's bleeding. It's about to do the instant kill to us. That's fine. In here. Ice. Okay. Kai's dead. Okay. Run, 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 run. It stopped. Shoot it. Shoot it. One of those. Alright, so it's taunted away from us. That's very annoying. They're sort of close. Freeze. Run, 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 run. Essence. Okay. That's horrible. Right. Run, 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 run. Got him. Ice. Okay. Essence. Heals up in a second. Okay. Wait a second. Heal.
Right with you.
I'm gonna need you to shoot that one.
Over here.
One's to the left of us. Hold it still. Shoot this one.
I've got it shot. One for you. Back on my feet.
Okay. Oh, 1 out of 2 party members still here. Essence. Shoot it.
Let's see what you got.
Ice.
Give me a second.
Right, I deliberately went for the taunt there so I can do this. Right, in here. Hold it still. Shoot it.
Take a shot.
Ice attack, hit it. Big damage. It's to my left. Cancelled it out of that move. And it's dead.
Back on my feet. I think I sprained
Okay.
my shoulder.
So I'm thinking that what's happening here is these are going to be these are effectively our boss fights. Potentially. I mean, there could still be a Sapodal boss fight, but these are potential boss fights for us, and then we could have narrative boss fights after that, as in like conversation paths that act as a boss fight. I think that's what's happening here, because those are difficult. Like, these pristine Mage folk are some of the most difficult things we've got, And actually, if we didn't have, if we didn't have Kai with us, we would just not succeed at those. At least with our current way of playing. Yeah. Alright. An essence potion doesn't fully restore our essence. That's wild. Alright. Oh, there's another thing over here for us to grab. Might as well grab it while we're here, just in case. Right. And then I think that's everything, right? Yeah. One in here. You know what? This seems like the kind of place I might want to make a real save. Yeah. There we go. Real save, mate. Giant pillar of Adra.
Come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here.
Well, yes. Here to stop the Dream Scourge. There's not much time.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your Dream Scourge will end when our suffering does. We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
Can we just bring that... go back a second, Sapadal. Let's just look at the log here. We were innocent once. We woke and wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us. There's like a sentence missing here where it's like, oh yeah, and we killed like loads and loads of people. You know, there's the bit in the middle, right? That's the bit that's missing here. In your wrath, you killed loads and loads of people. That's the bit I'm missing in here. They don't even see anything, right? They don't see anything they did as something that is their fault. They are innocent. How could they possibly have caused any harm? Like, they did not intend it, if any harm was caused. No. Let's say you mean Wodaka.
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Is something happening in Paradise?
Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now, we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Send my body across the living lands. Even an archmage couldn't do that.
A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Well, we need to talk about what you did, Sapadal.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
Well, absolutely not. You have too much to answer for. Also, you have shown no... Like, you say we mourn our past, but your actions don't match your words.
We hear your words. We do not desire it, but we hear them. You met death and imposed the law of mortals.
Well, it wouldn't have been right to take justice into my own hands. I think perfectly fits our path. It wouldn't have been right for us to choose how we or how this person was going to be punished. Now, did we know he would die if we sent him to the Steel Garrote? Yes, but it wasn't our choice.
The Strangler took justice into hers without asking. We will not. We only wish to turn away from the past and look to the horizon. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
We only wish to turn away from the past and look into the horizon. I don't want to talk about the bad things I did in the past. That's the past. I don't want to have to, confront that. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. We want a chance to change. So you haven't changed, is what you're telling me here. Alright. No, I don't believe you do. I don't know if I can trust you.
And yet you too have been trusted with so much. But you did not save them, the soul tinkerers in the Green City. We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed. Already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same. The time has come for you to act. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
The thing is, I don't see you as the bear. That's the problem. I don't see you as the sickened animal. I see Sapadal as the thing that needs to be disinfected. I see Sapadal as the wounds. That's the problem here. I'll free you, just show me how. I can't give you the freedom, but I can give you peace of the grave. Peace, what about vengeance, or freedom or destruction? Is there really no other way? Let us ask, is there really no other way?
Perhaps there may be another path. What if the bear spirit came to inhabit another's flesh? Unity, emergence, we would become one.
Are you saying you want to merge our souls?
We could guide you. We could care for you. You would never be desolate again. You would never wonder about your place in this world. You would not question if you were loved, and no one would dare question your right to live. And we would never be alone. We would be entwined with your heart.
No, we are, one, far too arrogant to ever accept that we would not be us. And two, I can't help but feel like we're missing a little bit, Sapadal. If we were to merge as one, as Sapadal says, would our souls really be merged as one, or would we be two souls in one body? Then meaning when we die, we would join the Adra of wherever we are, whether that's the Living Lands or Eora, thereby freeing Sapadal. It's just freeing Sapadal after we're dead. I'm just saying, it kinda sounds like you're trying to trick us. No, I'm ending you now, Sapadal. It's the way it has to be.
What? Perhaps we deserve this. Yes, after all we have done. At least we shall know peace.
Do we say nothing or I'm sorry? I think we say nothing. We're not sorry.
Silence, stillness. We are done. Unsown. Peace.
Wodaka's call calls forth a magfolk ally that erupts from the earth to smite your enemies. Destroy Sapadal and absorb their power, reach max level. Alright. What I should also say is that obviously everything we have done has been from our character's perspective. Everything we have done has been from what our character has seen. And our character has seen things through a certain lens, right? So, it could be that if you were seeing things through a different lens for the entirety of the game, that this choice would be much easier. I feel like if I was playing one that was not on the side of the Steel Garrote, and I was playing a character who was a lot more like rebellious and a lot more against the current order of things, like the merging option would have been very appealing, right? It would have been better than the freedom option. I feel like the freedom option would have been very appealing because they shouldn't have been chained. I'm just going to say that because I feel like, you know, obviously I've got the one point of view that we're going in here with, but with a lot of these things, it's how you approach them. If you approach them from a different angle, you're going to see a different thing. Also, is that Sapadal done? All we had to do was say, be gone? Oh no, I just realized we absorbed Sapadal's power. If we go into the past, my worst case scenario could happen. Kai and Marius got nothing to say here? They're just like, yeah, this makes sense. Well, back to Paradise. Let's see what's happening here.
Hunter's depths.
It's Paradise. But what happened here?
Gods, I can't believe this.
We should get down there quickly. Make sure we don't miss any of the fun.
Do a save. Everybody wants to speak to us.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
That must have taken an incredible power. Beyond all mortal understanding. How do you feel?
A lie is infinite more than the sum of everything. I say a bit dizzy, but fine.
Glad it's not just me. Unfortunately, we don't have time to recuperate. Whatever happened back there, it appears our work isn't finished yet.
Are you seeing this? I don't think Paradise looked like this when we left it.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Time flowed quicker in the garden. Giada was right.
For once, I wish I wasn't. Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Ringrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
I wonder who struck first.
It's who strikes last that counts.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us. This is like a drunken bar fight, just with a ton more people on both sides, and one of them led by a walking skeleton.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
Sapadal is gone forever and the Dream Scourge with them.
Glad the Dream Scourge is over, but I can't help but think killing a god will have consequences.
I'm sure it wasn't easy, but I think that's for the best, Envoy.
I can't believe Sapadal is gone. For better or worse, the spiritual health of the living lands depended on them. What now?
We took out the Dream Scourge and Sapadal in one fell swoop. Quite impressive, really.
War has a mind of its own. No one will care about what we've done. I don't know how I should feel. Finally, I thought this would never end, or that won't be enough to stop the fighting. Let's say I don't know how I should feel. Yeah, I guess it would be impactful, not knowing what exactly has happened. Also, we have absorbed the power of a god. I don't know if that has any lasting consequences.
There is no right way to feel. Though it may seem illogical, you are allowed to experience grief and relief at once.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Alright. It says they want to speak to us, but I don't think they do. Oh, also we leveled up twice to get to max level. So obviously we're taking a point in wands. Then it becomes difficult. I think I have to take a point in meteor. No, I don't need to take a point in meteor storm. I don't know. I'm trying to think what we want here. Lightning is obviously very good already. Could take blood magic, because we have a lot of health regen right now. Yeah, I think I do blood magic. Oh no, because it reduces your health by 150% of the essence cost. I'm just going to kill myself by doing blood magic. Let's take harvest essence. I think that makes the most sense, yeah. That gives us a way of getting some essence back from the enemies. Oh, and unspent attribute points and companion points. You can have a burst of attack speed. You can have reduces the cooldown. You can have reconstruction increases the healing. And you can have periodically deals frost accumulation. And then for us, we'll take another point in might here. Yeah, that seems good. Right. Quick save.
Hi, Envoy! Ah, the Grot. Look what they've done to Paradise. They
Hey,
marched in
Sansa.
with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're here now. Where did they come from?
Alright, hello.
Envoy! What does the Grot think they're doing?
Well, whatever it takes to show Paradise they're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Is everything at the Emporium alright?
They broke some glass, but the map is safe. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento. God, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
Well, need that me in your next book. How does that sound?
On the very first page.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you. I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Alright, let's see what you got. So, he sells the top level crafting material, a bunch of essence potions, of which we'll have all. We'll also have all your health potions as well. Right, that works for me. Alright. Currently don't have a party, do we? No. Speak with the leaders. This is also wild.
Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's work.
Oh yeah, this is Ringgrim's work.
Snow and Shatterscarp.
Where are we? Oh, we don't know where anything is on this map right now. Alright.
But why snow?
Well, let's see what Ringgrim has to say.
Familiar face.
Hey, Yardsley.
Wow. Feels like everyone's here now.
And there's a camp.
We meet again, Envoy. Paradise burns, thanks to Ludwine and the Steel Garrote laying siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
What are you doing here?
I bear witness. Heroes and villains will arise from this moment in mortal history. I find such occasions irresistible. You mortals know that nothing you do truly matters, and yet you try, over and over again. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
I've only minimally changed the world?
Empires die, legends are forgotten. Sorry, but you mortals truly are inconsequential in the long run.
Untrue, I made it so Sapadal is gone. That is world-changing.
The end of a god is a complicated thing. It may take centuries for the repercussions to fully reveal themselves. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
I'm certain I did.
Ah, that mortal zeal. Always so fun. We will see if you're correct. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
Well, I hope we meet again in better circumstances.
Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands. Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Yes, of course. I look forward to working with you.
Oh, hello, Kai and Marius. It's they're going to their next location, or they have stopped going to the next location, have rejoined us. Alright. What have we got up here? Conclave Camp. Is there anyone around here? Just gonna keep quick saving as we go. Nobody here. Yeah, nothing here. I do get the feeling like if you join the rebels or something, there might be something here. Seems like that kind of place. Anyway, we didn't, so... Moving down the hill.
What happens in Dawnshore shall ripple across the living lands.
Rigor?
Oh, Envoy. How good to see you here as we stand together at the brink of this historic event. I don't know if thank you is precisely what I want to say, but I am grateful to you for bringing Dolna's theft to light. Paradise burns from the torches of the Steel Garrote. The people of the living lands stand ready to defend their home.
Will you be recording today's events for the archives?
Yes. What happens in Paradise now will decide the fate of the Parkrunen after all.
What's the plan if Paradise falls?
We will find a way to persevere. We Parkrunen have a gift for surviving inhospitable conditions, and always have. Whatever the outcome of the upcoming battle, do not forget us. I fear that more than our deaths. If Edir and the Steel Garrote have their way, they'll strip the history books of any mention of our culture and our ways. Future generations will only ever know us as an appendage of the Empire. I hope it doesn't come to that.
Why not? There is Lorien being part of... Actually, even if Adir triumphs, I will ensure historians do their duty.
It is all I can ask for. That's as much as I'll say. You have a role in deciding what happens next. Do the right thing, Envoy. Let history remember you for the correct reasons.
Giata, where have you been?
Ah, it's these
Where
things.
haven't I been? I journeyed to the heart of the living lands, where time held its breath, and dreams had more substance than reality.
May I see it?
Not if you value your life.
Hello.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
My revenants were very happy in Paradise until the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Please keep the undead far, far away from battle.
Not to worry. They get spooked by gunfire, the sight of blood, and, well, almost anything. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. My revenants are docile again. No more rude displays of aggression. I couldn't be more proud.
Well, now we just need to keep the living lands from descending into war.
Easier said than done, I suppose. Best of luck out there. And don't worry about a thing. My flock will keep us safe and secure.
As long as there's no gunfire
My
or
compliments to the
anything
flock, as
else.
always.
We know you.
Alright.
Did you help us?
Oh, hello.
I thought Belena would be safer if she were here with me.
Oh, is she the Dream Scourged one?
We smell steel. Should we run? Or could we stay here and tend?
She isn't fully healed, but she doesn't have all the Dream Scourge signs on her anymore.
How's Casagrada?
As prepared as he'll ever be.
Hello.
The Steel Garrote have hit hard and fast. We'll have to rely on subterfuge.
They won't reach us. I'll shoot as soon as I see the whites of their eyes.
Gods, that's a lot of bodies.
Definitely is. Interesting. Down here, you're just a guy. That's my axe. Continue our way in here. That's mine. That's mine. Right. Denwin?
If you're wounded, find a place to lie down. Someone will get to you before you bleed out. If I seem distracted, I apologize. I'm tending to the fallen, as you can see.
Don't suppose you come across Inquisitor Lodween?
I've seen plenty of her handiwork, though she doesn't leave much to sew back together. Unfortunately, my hands are full with the dying and the dead, and there's too many of both. If I don't get any sleep, I might be the next casualty.
Well, keep working. The living will thank you, the dead will understand.
I'll do my best, though my best isn't what it used to be. Just pray that you don't end up in one of my cots. I can't promise you'll make it.
Time enough to rest when this is over. However it ends.
Fair enough. Back this way. I do want to head up to our, rest. I just want to see everything outside first. Right. Let's climb this. I'm assuming that that's in Paradise, this one. Yeah, it looks like it could be, but let's head this way first. Right. We'll work our way back from here. I just didn't want to get too close to the wall in case it triggered something. There is an Adir person there, so it may have triggered something. Had we gone too close? Mine?
The Envoy. Is that you?
It is.
Envoy, how did you... I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
Well, it was a long story. What are you two doing here?
Once word about Paradise reached us, we were allowed to go.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can, be good to the living lands.
Even after all the living lands... Actually, let's say you're not for Adir then?
Of course we fucking aren't.
I'm for us. Just do right by the people of this land. That's all I ask. I'd just like for us to live lives that are free. For us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that. Thank you.
It's a little disconcerting that everyone we meet is like, yeah, I hate Adir. I hate everything about Adir. Hello.
As soon as my gun's cleaned, I'll get out there. Can't risk a jam on the battlefield.
I don't want to go to Yezva. Sure will miss that oasis, though.
Alright. Marius? Where's Marius off to? Just on a wander.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Have we been back here? Yes. I don't know where Marius is going. He's just kind of standing there now. Maybe he was meant to be standing with these guys? Oh, Kai's like, oh, gotta run back. Up here? No, none of these guys. Anyone else in here I need to speak to?
Cannot afford to hesitate.
Petru.
Good. All together now.
Alright. So this is like a culmination of everything we've done in the game up until this point. I don't know why I'm nicking all the swords. I literally don't have any use for them. I'm like, well, maybe one more sword wouldn't hurt. Right. Let's go here. Set up a party camp briefly, because 2 people want to speak to us. 1 person wants to speak to us. 2 people. Never mind.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
Well, ready as I'll ever be.
Understood. Same here. I guess whatever happens, at least we stopped the Dream Scourge, right? This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
Right. This is just politics. Also, I already achieved my goal. I've got rid of the Dream Scourge. That's what we were sent to do, and that's what we did.
Someone once told me that war is just applied politics. Never really understood what that meant. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
You don't want to hear my speeches?
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I'd just rather not.
Fair enough. Yardsley doesn't want to speak to us. You don't want to speak to us? Giada?
So, here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
Well, after all we've been through, this feels like a formality.
You feel it too? I'm glad it's not just me. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is gone, and the Dream Scourge with them. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
Well, there's still a lawless island in need of discipline.
I'd rather be an outlaw than live under Adiran rule. Anyway, who knows what tomorrow will bring? So let's be grateful for today. You've earned a little peace of mind.
Well, I'd settle for one dreamless night under the stars.
Get some rest then. Let me take the first watch. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late.
Oh, let's talk about the battle for Paradise?
You know me. Always ready with an answer.
Never mind. Interesting that we can do that. How about you?
Envoy? What do you need?
Alright, it's nothing there.
Talking.
You?
We really must stop meeting like this. People will talk.
Alright, and then Kai?
Let the bedbugs bite, dear.
I'll keep watch. Get all the rest you need.
Kai's just like... Just, get some rest. Ooh, do we take Marius out? I don't think we can take Marius out, but if it was, it'd be Marius for Giada, but I think Giada's gonna sabotage us if we take Giada. Yeah, it says Giada wants to talk, but I think that's because she wants to talk about her people moving to Paradise, but that's not available right now because we're past that point of the game. Yardsley? You okay?
You have the gall to offer us terms of surrender?
Oh, that's the leaders. Okay, you? Didn't think I'd be seeing you again, he said. Alright. Hello, everybody.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
Did you meet your god there? The one whose marks you bear?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak.
It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I discharged my duty to the Emperor. I ended the Dream Scourge.
Finally, a ray of sunlight shines through the storm cloud.
I will not grovel at the envoy's feet for solving a plague I am not convinced was real.
Consider yourself blessed to be so ignorant, then. Thirdborn lost more good people than wardens with wits.
You know nothing of me or my people, you fucking pirate!
Warden Commander, look around you. Is this really the time?
Giada nearly had me convinced the Dream Scourge was some infection of essence. How could you stop such a thing, Envoy?
Well, that's a good question. Also, I have noticed that the representative from Thirdborn is not the one who we previously spoke to, which doesn't look good for them. I met the god of the living lands and destroyed them.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
So you say. But Shatterscarp is still littered with dream thralls, and Temerty is still pacing her room, muttering in the dark.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you destroyed them?
Well, Sapadal was god of the godless and the god of the living lands. Boudica imprisoned Sapadal in the garden. I ended their power over the living lands. The experience I had with Sapadal is my own. All you need to know is that it's over. I won't waste my breath. Ooh. Well, let's say the top one. Sapadal... Well, no, let's say the second one. I think the second one will get us more favor. I was thinking we say the top one, but they're going to be like, you did what now? I think the second one, saying that Wodaka is the one who imprisoned them in the garden, that explains a little bit more. Then we ended their power over the living lands.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
We were no stranger to them in Fior Mesiverno. They harrowed our fields, tore our homes in half.
Similar roots had infected the structures at Naku Kubel. If they and the Dream Scourge were really the work of a god, and the other gods saw fit to cage this god, sounds like the Envoy did the Living Lands a favor in destroying them.
Ooh. Let's say the top one. I released them from their suffering. It felt like the right thing to do. I feel like, although that may not be truly how we did it, it was true. And I don't know. I do think 2 is good as well. But I don't. It's. Do I say I made the hard decisions and got rid of the god, or do I say released their suffering? I say if I say if they released, I released them from their suffering, then everyone agrees, including Mahala, which I think is, yeah, I think that's right here.
The only humane end for a rabid dog is to put it down.
I fear the turmoil their freedom might have brought to the Living Lands. But I worry your choice could have unforeseen consequences, Envoy.
Sapadal was Nandru's patron god. With them gone, what does that mean for the Wardens, for legacy?
This Sapadal could have put the Living Lands on the map. Who would dare stand toe-to-toe against a rogue god we controlled?
Well, whomever takes this island in the end will live in freedom from fear of a resurgent plague, thanks to you. But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwine has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
What did you know about this attack, Ambassador?
Well, you might not believe me, but I didn't want any of this to happen. It was Ludwine who called for the attack.
I didn't hear an answer, Ambassador.
She and her Steel Garrote laid siege to the city, shortly after you beat her to the garden.
Well, when I left Ludwine on the top of Mount Forja, I didn't expect she would do this.
You made a pact with an evil skeleton. What did you expect her to do, throw you a party?
No doubt you'll cross paths in the city. Just try not to get in the path of her sword.
What do you mean, evil skeleton, Marius? She, has been reborn by the power of her god, but just because she's a skeleton doesn't mean she's evil. She might be evil, but just because she's a skeleton doesn't mean it. Let's say we parted on good terms, more or less.
Well, let's hope it stays that way. I would hate to see you lose your head.
She is a monster, and she will do what monsters do best. Letting her live was a mistake.
We saved our skin, and all we had to do was kill a god.
I wasn't exactly eager to risk our lives fighting her. If she'd won, the Dream Scourge would have continued.
Recall also that she's a death guard. So long as her passion for Wodaka lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That will be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
Well, I have to go help her? Let's say we have to stop her. Yeah, what are we doing standing around? We have to stop her.
I couldn't agree more. Ludwine has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwine, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, We are already here.
So, I didn't mean to cut off the remaining questions on the previous trail, but I realized that's what I have done. Like, there were a whole bunch of questions we didn't ask. I just didn't think the Mount Forger one was... I thought it was going to be like some extra dialogue. I didn't think it was the advanced option. Anyway, what becoming a colony entail?
The Living Lands would become an extension of the Aediran Empire in leadership and law. Soldiers bearing the flag of Adir would be garrisoned in every town. They would be paid in Aediran shelling and speak only the Aediran language. Their roads would be smooth Aediran roads. Their medicine would be hygienic Aediran medicine. And their weapons would be efficient Aediran weapons. Our customs would become their customs. Our strengths would become their strengths. Our emperor would become their emperor. Turned toward a common purpose. No one, not Rauatai, not the Valian republics, not even a rogue god, would dare attack the Living Lands. This island would be safe for the first time in its history, and safe it would remain.
I assume the assembled leaders have other thought? Actually, tell me about the other possibilities. Well, you know, no, let's do this. As I think it's going to be this, and then tell me. Alright, I assume the assembled leaders have thoughts.
The traditions of solace are what give my wardens their strength. Without them, we would buckle under the weight of the tusks. I would sooner walk my people into the acid sea than trust an Aediran to hold me up.
The only threat I see on the horizon comes from Adir itself. You want me to thank this thief for protecting me from my purse? They can't offer us anything we don't already have.
Under my leadership, the city my father founded was destroyed, and my people were left without a home. If I am not strong enough to lead, well, my people are already under Adir's protection.
Companions, what do you think?
He would suppress our culture before it's had a chance to grow. Everything my people cultivated would be reduced to a footnote. If you have any love for this land, do not allow him to overwrite our history.
Rauatai built its empire from colonies like this. Many have become centers of culture and prosperity, backed by the protection of a strong navy. Of course, it can take decades to get there. And this road isn't an easy one. But Adir won't be the only empire eyeing this place. A formal agreement now could protect us from something worse later.
It shall be peaceful in that all dissenters will be silenced. So there's that.
The Living Lands is a lot of things, but it will never be Adir, no matter how hard Adir wants it to be. Adir should turn back now and save everyone a bunch of blessed day trouble.
Tell me about the other possibilities.
Of course.
I'm not familiar with a Griffam. How does that work?
The Living Lands would retain its own laws under a grave appointed by the Emperor. The grave would be expected to promote and develop the Living Lands to our mutual benefit. They would divide the island into administrative districts and see them governed by mayors appointed from the local communities. The island would provide tribute in the form of resources and taxes, and in times of war, soldiers. The Empire, I should note, is nearly always at war. In return, the Living Lands would enter Adir's sphere of influence, and should outside nations attempt to invade, we would come to the Grave Room's aid.
Grave Rooms? Who would be our grave?
Naturally, that would be the Emperor's decision. But I suspect he would choose you. Only the strong survive the frontier. I used to believe that was Ludwig. But you were born to rule here. Quite literally.
Well, this is a lot to take in.
Well, give the matter some thought. You owe that much to yourself, at least.
Assembled leaders?
We give up our fighters and the wealth of our lands, and get promises in return. But we have wealth enough to give some away, if it means my wardens may return to their vigil in peace.
A grave room wouldn't be my first choice, but we're going to need a hand with all the dream thralls left in Shatterscarp. So if the Emperor's willing to pitch in, then I guess so am I.
If a grave room will put an end to the fighting and allow my people to remain safely in Paradise, I suppose this is an arrangement I could accept.
So all of them are in for this one. This sounds great. What do you think?
Tribute, he says. Taxes. Soldiers. The Empire has tried it all before. Look to the Eastern Reach if you don't believe me. They want to bleed us dry, to fill their coffers and fight their wars, to break us like wild animals. But I will not bend.
It's still a gamble, but I think it's the safest bet. We get the benefits of Imperial trade and protection without losing all of what makes this place special. There's no way of knowing what it would mean in another generation or two. But right now, it gives us the security and stability to recover.
We were fine before Adir showed up, and we'll be fine when they're gone. Trust the lands and her people, Envoy.
If we give Adir power over us, we can't be surprised if they decide to flex it later.
Companions not in, leaders in. Alright.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I have another idea. How about United Living Lands?
Oh, Envoy, no. Do not suggest that lightly. Think of the Emperor. There would be reprisals. Ones which this conclave could not survive, fractured as you are. Not unless you came together and formed a nation of your own. It would be difficult. No, impossible. I'm certain you would fail. Think of your people, all of you. Think of the lives at stake.
Leaders?
Though I'm hardly eager to work with any of you. I like the idea of twisting beneath Adir's boot heel even less. So long as the Wardens can continue our vigil. I'm open to uniting, if you are.
Thirdborn alone couldn't stand against the storm. But the might of all of us, together, we could deter any but the most fearsome adversaries. And that's what cannons are for.
My people rely on the sufferance of those in Paradis for safety. We have no homes of our own anymore. And Paradis will bear the brunt of the Emperor's reprisals, whatever those may be. But if this is what this conclave wants, then Fior will stand beside you.
Companions?
We deserve our autonomy, even if we must fight for it. Anything less would be surrender.
Fleeing someone else's laws and authority is one thing, setting up your own is another. We're an island of misfits and dissidents. We'll still have to surrender some of our autonomy, and we won't agree on what that means overnight. We'll be vulnerable. Without allies, other powers will see us as ripe for the picking. Know that this is a hard road to walk.
We were fine before Adir came. We'll be fine when they're gone.
I think we ran things perfectly fine before your kin got here.
I've heard enough.
Well, let's not twiddle our thumbs while Paradis burns.
Well, let's see. I think we should attempt a grave ram.
A fine compromise.
The people of Fior will accept a grave room.
So long as my Wardens are left in peace, we will endure a grave ram.
Thirdborn will support a grave room, unless the Empire inspires us to change our minds.
I do not trust your Empire to show restraint in its control of the living lands. Gods help us.
We can worry about the future when it comes. This at least gives us the backing to survive and rebuild.
Right. Might as well go ahead and start designing those rebel flags sooner rather than later.
Good. We'll have perhaps a whole week of peace before the yoke starts chafing.
I will do my level best to convince the Emperor to accept a grave room. That leaves the matter of Ludwine and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
Well, then I will meet Ludwine on the battlefield. Let no man stand who tries to stop me.
Whatever happens to the living lands, at least I can kill Ludwine. I'll take that over nothing.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise Militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Nod solemnly.
Kick her ass, Envoy.
Gather your forces and secure the eastern gate. From there, take back the main plaza. I have faith in you.
When did you become a military strategist?
When my homeland needed one. We all do what we must. Gods be with you, Envoy.
Let's take back the city. Whatever happens tomorrow, the Steel Garrote can only make it worse.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
So we're going after the Steel Garrote now, right? Let's do it.
Alright. Do a save. And then we're going to do a proper save. Then we're going to go to the camp. I think I am going to push to the end here. In theory. We'll see. But we do need to find out how we're going to kill Ludwig. If we have to fight Ludwig, I still don't entirely know that we have to. But that's okay. Marius, you want to talk?
You should get some sleep. Big day coming up.
You're still up?
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
Well, you've been fighting for my cause all this time. Why is it different? Why is this different?
You helped me through some rough Saka, Envoy. Your cause became my cause at that point. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for, what? A concept of how things ought to be? We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradise until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine. Really. But it's some blessed day Saka when you think about it.
Well, I'm glad you're with me, Marius.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap.
Alright.
All right, Envoy.
Yardsley?
You go get some blessed day rest.
Well, here we are. We're doing this. We're fighting your people. Are you okay? No doubts or second thoughts?
Plenty, but here we are.
Well, at least you're honest. Thinking back on all we've done, it's impressive, don't you think? We went to the garden, a prison untouched by time. We both learned the truth about our Akedan origins. Oh dear. Do you think we knew each other in our past lives?
Well, since I was at Tabaros and Arcus in the past, I might have been in charge of you.
I'm sure I just let you think that, Envoy. And that's skipping to the end. I mean, think of all we've done. You helped the Animancers get back on their feet after Fjord was raised. And though I may mourn the loss of Nakukubel, I can't deny that Thirdborn is safe now. Who would have thought I'd be here, fighting with an Adiran?
I'm just as surprised to be fighting with a future Archmage.
When you put it like that, I suppose you are the lucky one. Truly, thank you. I'm forever changed for our time together. As weird as you are, Envoy, I'm glad we're here, now, ready to save the living lands. Well, let's go kill that dead woman. How can I help, darling?
Alright.
Always a pleasure.
Kai?
Just say the word.
Alright.
Can't sleep? Neither can I. We're going into battle for the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradise Militia. Your Emperor will not be pleased.
Well, I have influence in court. My report in the living lands will change minds.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
Well, let's say this is difficult for me. My soul is from the living lands, but my heart belongs to Adir.
This conflict has really pulled you apart. Worse, it's put your soul at risk. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Well, noted. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
We're going to cross paths with Ludwig again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Ludwig is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Because Sapadal challenged her faith? Her faith?
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So I can't just destroy her, I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself. For the research.
Uh-huh. How do you feel about the future of the Living Lands?
When I agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. And now the Living Lands is dependent on the Empire's generosity. Generosity which can be given and taken away. We're free to make our own laws until our Adiran masters revoke them. We're free to thrive until our taxes finance your next war, with our people padding the front lines. We're free until we're not. At the end of the day, I don't trust the Empire to show restraint with the Living Lands. They've done nothing to earn it.
Well, I think better things are on the horizon.
I know you do.
Well, are you worried about the outcome of the siege?
Is it really that obvious? No matter who wins or loses, the Living Lands won't be the same. In my heart, I know that's a good thing. Life is impossible without change. And change can be frightening. I just want to put this behind us. I want it to be over.
Alright. Well, time to leave. And we're not going to take Marius with us. I think Marius has had his time. Kai is definitely coming with us. Giada is going to come with us as well. I feel like this is the right combo. I think that Giada is the person who has the plan to take down Ludwig, and that's what we're doing. Let's go. I love her. It's like, she's got more to say, and it's like, no, she doesn't. She only has more to say because she had something to say in the Paradise region, and then I really, really want you to know that. Right. Let's head over here. Ambassador?
It will cost the Empire a fortune to rebuild Paradise when this is through.
Well, let's go. Going forward past the cannons. And here, are we fighting? Oh, we're fighting. Hello.
The ogre has been an absolute menace to the Steel Garrote. I mean good. If anyone deserves to be menaced, it's them. But keep your voice down, will you? I don't want him to realize I'm here and introduce me to his club. Oh, it's you again. Do you follow trouble around, or is it vice versa? What are you doing here? Do you want something?
You needn't fear the ogre. He won't harm you.
You know that ogre? Well, I can't tell who that's a harsher indictment of, you or him. Not who I'd pick to be friends with, but beggars can't be choosers, can they? No offense to Paradise, but I think I'm ready to go home now.
Well, stay safe.
I plan to. Well, seems like you're busy and I've really got to get back to hiding, so... Good luck, Envoy. If you need me, please don't.
Where's the ogre? I guess he was probably fighting. That must be the ogre from, Oh, hello, person over here. But that must be the ogre from, Galawain's Tusks, I assume. Paradise Militia. Yes, we are working with the rebels here. Oh, it's this ogre over here. I see. Yes, it is this guy.
We shall tear your enemies apart.
Alright, well, time to try a bold strategy. Walking in. Nope, they're about to attack. Well. Boom. Yes, this is not going to end well for you.
I'm coming for Lucy next.
Take Worth and Rob!
And hit him. They are getting extremely hit. Get some essence. And then boom.
Take Worth and Rob!
Followed by boom. Nice. That's good. Hit him. Grab as much essence as I can get. Right.
Nicely done.
Grab all the essence. Yeah, that's why I took the extra essence stuff, because we are going to be running through a lot of it. Our other party members are here with us. Oh, that's cool. So even though they're not specifically selected, they're here with us. That's kind of what I wanted the whole game, but... Anyway. Quick save. Activate the winch. Now, we're making our way in. Ogre's with us. And hit him. What have I got? Acceleration. There we go. And that's fine. Get a little more essence. Nice. Attack this guy. And more hitting of this guy. You know what? You have it coming. One of these guys. And hit him. Oh, there's more appearing up here as well. Must be a spawn point for them. Right, grab all that. More essence.
I'll hang back and watch the gate.
Ah, I see. So this is how it counts your party members being taken out. Basically, every time you get to an area, your party members will stay back and hold it. Alright. Oh, nothing in here. That was where the Paradise Militia was. Oh no, it's the Paradise Militia we're working with, not the rebels. I said we're working with the rebels, but no, they are slightly different. may include some of the same members, but slightly different. Right. Further in here. Whoa! Game is not running well in here, but that's okay. Oh, hello. Hey, hello.
I thought you left town weeks ago.
Well, came through the Adra, long story.
You can tell me when we make it out of this.
Everyone from the Mermaid's Den, all right?
Of course. We came here first. I had to pull Nasha away from pouring hot oil off the roof. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
I'm not running anymore. I have to face the Empire head on, but interesting that this must have been related to us doing her side of the quest earlier.
Suit yourself. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago. But, well, you're here now. That's what matters. Good luck.
Right, so that would have let us go through here, I'm guessing. To the canals. Hello.
Envoy! I doubted I'd ever see you again. I imagine I could guess what brings you back to Paradis. I must thank you once again for bringing me the Luminous Adra so long ago.
Well, how'd your experiment go?
Oh, it was wonderful. It was a complete failure, of course. But from that failure, I learned much. With some creative exploration, I was able to refine the Adra into a poultice that heals wounds at a fantastic rate.
I'm surprised you didn't destroy the town with your creative exploration.
It seems fate was on my side, doesn't it? I know you have much to do in town, so I'll let you go. Thank you again for everything.
Alright. Further in here.
Well, the fighting's died down.
Oh, it's them.
Did you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now.
Hello.
Envoy, am I up? What are the Steel Garot thing?
The boys are trying their best
Okay.
to be valiant.
None of them have anything to say to us, but it's kind of cool. I like how this game is wrapping up every single storyline. I mean, there's a lot that they're wrapping up, so it feels like a lot of ending, but it's kind of cool how they're wrapping up like most of the storylines they set up. Right. Bounce. That is not 5 strong. That is quite clearly at least 7 strong. Hit him. Give me some of this. Also, yeah, one of those. Can you spectral jolt them, please? I think that might have been the spectral jolt. Right. No, I don't know. Purification. Ice. Hit him. Hit him. That's a good line. And hit him. Nice.
Couldn't have done it better.
Grab all the essence that we can get. Oh, there's more back. Oh, there's Magrin's Fury back here. Well, I guess I'll take it. In here, maybe need a little bit more essence. It's all right.
I heard something.
Nah, you didn't hear anything. Must be in the wind.
Oh no, you don't.
They think they might have spotted me. I just want to check back here for loot, though, before I go further. Alright. That's fine. Back this way. Hit him. I love how they don't seem to have archers. That's a huge thing for me. Give us increased attack speed. And hit him. Right. Ow. Wizards kind of hurt, but they're not that bad, although I do need some of this as well. Back up to 13,000 regen. Alright. So this is the canal route, I'm guessing. Oh, so we could have snuck in around the back there. Yeah, had we wanted to. I understand. I don't need to do that. Apparently there's loot down here, though. Oh. Well, by loot, I mean there's a dead person who has loot on them, but... Wait, a Zarp tongue, is that our... I was wondering if that's the person who worked with the Zarps earlier. Probably not, but... Or who had the bonded soul with the Zarp earlier. Probably not, but... That's wild if it is. Oh.
Envoy over here.
Liviana.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
Liviana? Don't you ever take a break?
You nearly died in my clinic. Correction, you did die. And now look at you. Fighting the Steel Garrote. What have you got to say for yourself?
Nice to see you too, Liviana.
Well, at least you're alive. Try and keep it that way. Kai, is this your doing?
Come on. I couldn't have kept him out of the action if I wanted to.
I knew you were a bad influence. We're patching up folks as best we can, but I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. War is a damn bloody mess.
Anything I can do to help?
Yeah, stop the fighting. I can't say I approve of you leaping into the fray, but it's always nice catching up with a former patient. Wait a second. Jada? Jada Castell? What are you doing in the middle of this?
Surviving. It's good to see you, Liviana. Unfortunately, we're on a tight schedule. Do you need anything? Money? Supplies?
Once this is over, I could always use another pair of hands at the clinic. The invitation's still open.
Thank you, but I've decided to tough it out as an animancer. On my own terms. Can you manage without me?
Are you kidding? I'm happy for you. Besides, I've got Chico on bandage duty. I just wanted you to know there's a place here whenever you want it. Gods be with you, Envoy. For my sake, try not to die a second time.
Come on.
Alright, we'll try.
You know this. You practiced with Uncle Capo 100 times.
Hey, Chico.
I may not be a hero, but I can still save somebody's life.
Alright. More Paradise Militia. Ranier? Who are you?
Envoy, it's good to see you fighting on the right side of history. Out of curiosity, what turned you against the Steel Garrote?
There were no other options. Well, there was one option to join them, but like it wasn't a great option. Let's say I can't endorse what they're doing in the Empire's name.
It takes courage to stand against those fanatics. You know the Steel Garrote a lot better than we do. Their coordination is damn impressive. Any advice?
Give them a moving target. Force them to improvise.
Not a bad idea. When the fighting starts, some soldiers forget how to think on their feet. Ready to make history whenever you are.
Alright. Margranite Prayer. The signed or singed and blood-splattered piece of parchment contains a simple prayer to Margaret to inspire courage in battle to her followers. Fear not the flames of conflict, for they shape all things. Through your strength, she will make her will manifest. Walk in her light, and you will find peace. Alright. Well, let's head out this way. And then up to the left. More things to kill in here. Ah, that's interesting. I'm guessing that's what happens if you try and go through the canal? Wild. Okay. What is that? Is that the avatar? What is that? That's a massive mag folk. Alright, got a little distracted by the big thing in the background.
Coming from the rear.
Ow! Well, he wasn't wrong. That was where they were coming from. Right, hit this one. Okay, a little bit more of this. Oh, that's that the Aderan military commander from way early? No, I don't think it is. I think it's just a random soldier. Ah, there's a lot of them coming in. Bounce it. Got him. Just took me a second to find one. I knew there was some nearby, I just didn't know which one to target first. Right. Giada? Right. Hit him. Alright, so I think that was Yardsley saying that she's out. That's still crazy over there. That's what I'm wondering, whether that avatar from earlier is going to come into effect. Oh, hello.
So, you came around to our side. Guess Kai's rubbing off on you.
Oh, that's the other person we met right at the start of the game. They're the one who was with Kai and gave Kai the mission to, like, help us. I think. Yeah, okay. It's apparently a thing in here. Ah, there it is. More money. I guess you could run back to Sansa right now if you wanted to.
Wonica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
That's Ludwig ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Is Teach still okay? Boot guy, are you here? Not person who gave us the knowledge of the world? I don't think he's here. Well, we assume he got out alright. I mean, he was a Deerin. I mean, it's unlikely that he was slaughtered, right? I mean, let me just have a look at the bodies. I mean, there are some that look distinctly that they could be a Deerin. But most of them look like Paradise Militia, so maybe not. Ludwig. We need to talk. We can talk this out. There's no need for this to end in violence. Hello.
So, you survived the garden. I wasn't sure you'd make it out alive. You surprised me yet again. What a shame to kill you now after everything we've seen together.
Stand down, Ludwig. I killed a lot of Steel Garrote to reach you.
And my paladins will live again. And when they are reborn, I will personally welcome them back into the fold. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
The negotiations were a success. The Living Lands will become an Adirian Griffan.
Heelguard is a fool if he thinks half measures will save the island. When this is over, I'll instruct him, personally. As for you, Sapadal may be gone, but their offspring remains. And I cannot suffer even a remnant to live. Congratulations on being the last of your kind.
You asked me to kill Sapadal, and now you're asking me to die?
I'm merely finishing what you started. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
I say, I won't fight you, Ludwig. I don't need to.
You will. You must. You have no choice. Face me and die with honor. Or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter, but you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth. The Burned Queen demands it.
Oh, we got more things here. Boudica's as powerful as she claims. Why doesn't she kill me herself? Boudica's frightened of Sapadal. If they exist outside of her power, a new heir to the throne of the gods. Boudica doesn't frighten me, and neither do you. Let's say, if Boudica's as powerful as she claims, why didn't she kill me herself?
The Burned Queen doesn't need to sully her power with mortal concerns. Not when she can rely on me. I will pursue her ambitions until my bones grind themselves to dust. While you were only ever a nursemaid to your diseased false god. You could never understand what it means to forge a life for yourself. From nothing. You, who have always been God-touched. You have never truly been alone. Even now, you rely on others to support you, to buttress your countless weaknesses. From death, I made myself into a vessel so powerful, the Burned Queen could not refuse me. And I did it on my own.
Your plans lie in ruins. Sapodal may be gone, but I am alive. Boudica tested you again and again, and in the end you failed her. We gotta say this one.
Temporary setbacks. The war for the living lands can still be won. And if I must stand alone against you, the militia, and every farmer you've given a sword, then I will. I will die 1,000 times for my queen, if that's what she desires. I've done all that I could. She sees that. She must. I believed we were alike, Envoy. That when the time came for you to prove your loyalty, you would choose Adir. I believed the dream of our future, of our resurgent empire, would move you as it does me. And if that failed, I believed the Burn Queen would stop you. Yet here you stand before me, my enemy, unopposed by the gods. Why?
Boudica left you to do it on your own, now she's punishing you for failing her. It's not fair. If Boudica really believed in you, she would have made sure you won. She wanted you to fail. If Boudica truly believed in you, she would have made you her godlike. Oh. I'm gonna say Boudica left you to do it all on your own. Now she's punishing you for failing her. It's not fair.
The Burned Queen has always had my back against the world. I don't need anything else. I can still prevail. I must.
Well, you can't do this alone. You failed her final test.
I feel her fire in me. I know I do. Boudica, my lady, where are you?
She despises you, despises your weakness.
No! It's not true!
You're nothing.
Stop! I can't!
Give up, Ludwine. It's over.
No! 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 Forgive me! Boudica!
That's the end of Ludwine. No fight in the end. Just a loss of faith. Also, it means I was right about the Magfolk
Wherever
fight.
Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it.
Does that...
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Because that Magfolk fight we had before Sapodal was effectively the last real difficult fight we had in the game. The rest of it was just small enemies all the way to the end, to Ludwine, who just died.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. There is an absence in your thoughts where Sapodal dwelled. Once, the god of the living lands would have flinched at this rare moment of tranquility. Instead, they are one with the silence. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple.
The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the origin of the plague has been destroyed, put out of its misery, and leave it at that. With your guidance, the Living Lands becomes a vassal of the Adirian Empire. In exchange for their taxes and soldiers, the free settlements are protected from future attacks. The fight for survival is over. The rebels of Paradise come to learn that resistance is futile. After the assassin Egwulf died in custody, many of his worst fears about the Empire are confirmed. Some of his people splinter off, while others abandon the fight entirely. Their alliance is never the same. The Oracle Sargemus emerges from the Temple of Aethys, unburdened by any purpose but for the one you gave him. He follows the dawn across all the nations of the world, searching for every child of the gods yet left behind. The few he finds are bitter but grateful to know more of their kind. When his energy flags, he recalls the compassion you extended him, and he returns to his work with renewed devotion. His new labors cannot fill the hole left by his god's passing from the world, but they give him succor during the long hours of the night. He dies alone in the Deerwood, beloved of no one, but remembered by all he knew. He does not forget you. The refugees of Emerald Stair find a cold welcome in the city of Paradise. Animancy is frowned upon, but their knowledge of agriculture is highly valued. The first bountiful harvest improves relations. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. After so much chaos, the people of Shatterscarp find a moment to breathe. As a gesture of goodwill to its grave room, Adir sends a regiment to purge the remaining dream thralls still haunting the wilderness. But with the sound of Adiran cannons in the air, many Thirdborners wonder what their lives will look like when there is no longer a common enemy. After the Living Lands is declared a vassal of Adir, Solace Keep reluctantly opens the doors of its fortress, though not before numerous missives are sent to Mihala demanding the grave room be honored. Her reluctance costs the dwarves. The Pargrunen are never favored in trade negotiations, and are the last to be supplied by Adiran caravans. But the Wardens have rounder bellies than anyone can remember. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada continues to improve as an animancer. She dedicates her work to the spiritual health of the Living Lands, nurturing instead of exploiting. Others follow her example, seeking her tutelage from lands far and wide. In the years to come, rumors spread of a secret society gathering in the wilderness, where animancers work in harmony with nature. The dream of Fior Mes Iverno lives on in her. Unable to pass up the opportunity, Yatsley takes her place beside Reengrim. Under the tutelage of the Archmage of Terror, Yatsley sees her own power grow beyond her wildest expectations. But Reengrim is a strict master, and the visits to Quilici slow to a stop over the years, leaving her with her grimoire and a pile of letters to warm her in her twilight years. Alone in your thoughts, you feel endless opportunities stretching out before you. This is the freedom Sapadal never had. You promise to cherish it. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
And with that, we have finished Avowed. That was a very good game. I really, really liked it. I felt it was much more of a sequel to Pillars of Eternity than I thought it was going to be, right? I thought it was going to be a very separate thing, but Avowed is, like, in many aspects, especially at the start, a direct sequel to Pillars of Eternity, or a direct spin-off, I should say. Not necessarily a sequel, because you're not following the Watcher of Cad Nua, but it is a direct following on. It's a direct following on of the ideas and of the world, and it's such a good world that you get to explore again. And I feel like that's what really drew me in. The world being the Pillars world really made this stand out. It made it so much better. But I do wonder what playing this without having any connection to Pillars would do. I feel like you would maybe feel a little disconnected. You would maybe feel like not everything was exactly as you wanted it to be. I don't know. It feels like the fact that I like Pillars so much made the game a level above. It made the game so much better for me. But I don't think that that necessarily is an inherent good thing in the game, right? I feel like if you didn't have a connection, the game would be a little bit worse, which is interesting. I was also, while I was thinking about what I was going to say during this, I was thinking about the Outer Worlds. Now, the Outer Worlds is their previous first-person game, which is in a similar style, and I was thinking about what I liked about this game that I didn't like in the Outer Worlds. Like, why did the Outer Worlds not work for me, and this game did? And I think it might be entirely the world. I think the Outer Worlds, just the world didn't click with me, but this game it did. So I'm wondering whether, if you didn't like it, you would have a similar opinion that I have to the Outer Worlds, in that it just wasn't, oh, that's interesting, graphics programming by Beamdog. Beamdog did the, they did the remasters of Baldur's Gate. That's why I was just, like, caught off guard by that. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I feel like if you didn't have the connection to the world, you would feel like I felt like with Outer Worlds. The game was a little lacking in some aspects, like weapon variety and like options. There were a lot of unique weapons, but if I didn't deliberately go out of my way to try different stuff, we could have beat the game with any of the grimoires that we had found. We would have just walked our way through. And we were playing the mage, and the mage has like a variety of options. I think that if you were playing a melee class, the number of enemies, at least on the difficulty we were playing as, would be insufferable. Although maybe you wouldn't die in one hit, that's the other thing. Like, we had almost no health, so if you didn't die in one hit, maybe it becomes a lot more sufferable. But I feel like the way that we played the game was the best way to play it for variety. We're already on special thanks? Wow, that must mean that we're very near the end of the credits already. Quick credits. I wonder if there's an after credits thing. Anyway, so that's what I liked about the game, and why I feel like it maybe is only something that somebody who likes Pillars is gonna like, or likes the world that they're creating. Okay, so they did thanks before voiceover. Okay, that makes sense. So we've got a lot more to go. We probably still have the Microsoft legal team or whatever we're getting in here. For the future of Avowed, I've seen some people talking about DLC. I feel like there are so many options at the end. I don't know how you would do it, but maybe you just do it the way that Pillars did it. You just take your group and you just go. You just go somewhere else and you're just in the DLC now. They don't in any way reference your companions outside of like base things, and it's all about the DLC setting. There is more space on the map. Like, we know there's a lot more space on the map that you could go to, so yeah, it would make sense that maybe there's some DLC there. If not, would they do an Avowed 2? I don't know. I feel like the problem with an Avowed 2 is that the thing that really... I don't know if Avowed would stand on its own as a series. That's what I don't get. I think it's a good individual game. I don't know as a series whether I would like that. I don't know whether I want to see this story continued. Maybe another spin-off in the same world I might like. But yeah, maybe if it was an Avowed 2, but it was completely different and it was set somewhere else, and it's like, here's another part of the world, like here's Rawatai, or here's the Adiran Empire itself, or here's, you know, whatever, right? Here's the game crashed? No. No, you didn't crash? Really? Oh. Alright. I don't know. How do you, like... I'm gonna load up Avowed again while I continue talking. Is there a... I don't know. Is there a after credit scene Avowed? Credit scene Avowed? Let's see. I don't think... Oh no, there is an ending credit scene. Alright, well, we'll wait for this to load up. I don't know where we were in the thing. But yeah, there's a lot to like about Avowed. There was an awful lot to like about Avowed. The parkour was surprisingly good. I liked climbing to all the different places. I liked seeing all the different things. It was maybe a little bit difficult to know if you'd been somewhere, but I feel like if you were a little less crazy about it than I was, you would just enjoy the finding different things around the map. Yeah. I don't know if we have a... Well, we do have a save. Okay. I don't know what the save is. Find out. Anyway. Also, I don't know how much you can skip at the end, but we'll see. We'll probably turn the credits up to faster speed. Is this the end? Okay, cool, cool. Well, that's good. At least they give you one here, so you can see the credits. I like their choices through the game as well. I felt like we got a reasonable number of choices and a reasonable number of like results from it, like within the game and at the that end credit bit. I think the end credit bits they're getting better with them with each game. I think like there's definitely an improvement there. I like that everything had some purpose, even if some of them were very obvious. It was like, you did this, and that means that I'm gonna do this. Like, it still felt good. It still felt like your choices had an impact on the game. It still felt like what you were doing mattered for your playthrough. Which also leads me to wonder how many different routes there were, how many different things could happen at the end of the game. Was there something crazy that we missed? Was there another path through? I mean, there's lots and lots of options. I'm trying to think of like obvious ones, like if you had sided with Eagwolf all the way at the start, you would have had a whole Paradisen rebel thing going on. Maybe you don't work with Adir for the entire game. Maybe you and the ambassador don't have things. Maybe it's Eagwolf who's sending you to the different places. Maybe the entire scope of the game is focused around something different. Like you're doing the same quests, but they're all framed slightly differently. There's potential that that is true. There's a lot of sections of the game where it's like, that could be true. You could have a very hostile relationship with Ludwig. In fact, we know we could have fought Ludwig at the top of Mount Forja, at least from what we were told, right? Maybe she would have got away, but I don't know. I don't know how they handled it, but we could have done that. We could have killed that other member of the Steel Garrote much earlier. Fior could have not been destroyed, and that was a major thing when we went to Thirdborn. There's all these different things throughout the game where I don't think it would fundamentally change what you're doing moment to moment, but it would definitely change how you... it wouldn't change what you're doing moment to moment, but it would change how things were framed. And I think that's why I was so set on our thing at the end. Like, with our choice of Sapadal, I think that for us, that was the only choice. Yeah, more about Beamdog here as well. Weird. Anyway. And lots of other game development studios. They must have done like support studio stuff for it. Anyway. But yeah, I am interested to see if there's if other people's playthroughs went in different directions. If you had a playthrough and you were firmly on the other side, please let me know. I'm interested how your game framed it so that that was the right decision for you. Also, I guess if you'd done the memories in a different way, the memories would have been phrased differently, and it could have been phrased as like it was the fault of the Akedans for doing these heretical acts which caused these things upon them, and that your character felt they deserved it and all that sort of stuff. That would really change how your view of the situations went. Yeah, there's a lot that's there's a lot that could have changed throughout the game. I also liked a lot of how the game looked. I liked its visuals. There's apparently, when I went and looked at mods like 8 episodes ago or something, there was non-stop people saying they had performance issues, which I could definitely see. There was some glitching. I'm on a system that should not have any issues at all. Like, there's very little that you could upgrade in the system, and it was still lagging pretty badly at some moments when you went into a new area. So, you know, I can see that there's genuine complaints there. But yeah, I'm also very excited to see if they do a Pillars 3. I feel like if this has sparked a resurgence in Pillars playthroughs, if this has sparked a resurgence in like interest in the world, there's a chance. It needs the right people to be involved, it needs the right things, it needs everything to be set in motion in the right way, but it could be. It could mean that there's a Pillars 3. I don't know. This has sparked some interest in playing Outer Worlds 2. I don't think I'm sold yet, but we'll see. Apparently there's stuff, I guess it might be before now, or on today. I don't know what day this is going out, but there is going to be an Outer Worlds, or an Outer Worlds 2 Direct or something, which is going to show more about the Outer Worlds 2, so it could be that the Outer Worlds 2 looks much better. I don't know. Apparently the DLC was good, but we never really got there. Anyway, that was Avowed. Oh, and that's it. It just kicks you back here. So there was no after credit scene. Oh, alright then. Well, you may be wondering what's happening next on the channel. What's happening next is that we're going to have to finish off some of what's been kind of sitting on the back burner for a while. We have 3 or 4 maybe series that have been sitting in the back burner. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm basically going to be finishing them off, and then there may be new stuff soon. I don't know. Really depends what's announced and what's not announced at different places, which I won't know because I'm recorded this video significantly in advance. But we're probably going to go back to Baldur's Gate 2 soonish. Not really sure what the soon, as in like I'm not sure how soonish is. We're probably going to go back to SMT 5 and Persona 3 at some point to finish them off. We're in the end game of both of them as well. And then for the future, we're probably gonna be looking towards Fable as the next thing that we play, like the next RPG, depending on when it comes out. There's still no release date. But before we do that, I want to play through the previous games in that series, because I have played through them, but it was a long time ago. I don't know when Fable came out. I'm worried to say that it might be over 15 years ago. In fact, I'm worried to say that it might be in the 20-year range, which is horrifying to think about. Anyway, on that slightly confusing note, thank you to everybody who made it this far into the series. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in whatever comes next. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.